What's up, everybody? Jack Drees here on YouTube. My YouTube channel. It's 9:44 p.m. on the East Coast, and this is my first live stream of 2020, not counting anything I did on previous platforms, specifically Facebook, because I did a thing where I would react to the ball drop, and that would go take us into 2020. I don't think I did anything afterwards, but as far as YouTube goes, this is my first stream on this platform for the year. And sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. There's guests over the house and they're not mine. Anyways, I don't know if you just said sorry to me or what. Okay. So let's carry on. This, if you read the description of this video, this is very impromptu. This is something that I literally just played on a whim. I just got done finishing up The Conjuring, which I just, of course, they keep on talking. I just finished The Conjuring, and I could see why people thought that this brought life into modern horror, because I know a lot of modern horror, and I will say this, I've not seen a lot of it, because horror is not really one of my preferred movie genres. Not because I get scared easily, but because I don't get scared easily. I anticipate everything that's coming. And this is one of those movies that I watched, and it felt very predictable at the beginning. Because, you know, he had this family that goes into a house, and obviously it's haunted. Oh my gosh, this is going to kill me tonight, isn't it? Okay. So a family goes into a house, there's demons, of course. It feels very typical. And there's one moment where I did this technique where I basically count down from like a certain number, maybe like 3 or 5. And I expect something to come. I expect something to happen, some sort of scare to happen. And then it happens. I was like, predictable. That happens. And then I'll let you know a little fact about myself. If you've never seen The Conjuring, this is not a spoiler. It is something that I feel would not really affect your experience in the movie, but there's this one scene where they cut to a text. For those of you who know me in real life, I'm from Massachusetts, specifically Wakefield, Massachusetts, and the movie has this thing, this little text, Massachusetts Western University, Wakefield. First of all, Wakefield, if you know in real life, this is, as far as I know, this took place years before now. Probably years before the movie was even released in theaters. But as far as history goes, I don't think there was ever a university in this town, for starters. And another thing, Wakefield is not even in the western part of the state. Seriously. I mean, I went on Twitter, just out of curiosity. I searched up Conjuring Wakefield. I'm not going to do a screen share because I already tinkered enough with this. I'm not going to say anybody's name, but somebody tweeted, Carly, okay, let's just see. I almost said her name. I'm not going to say the rest of her name. The scariest part of The Conjuring was the fact that they were dumb enough to say that Wakefield was in Western Mass. That is my biggest problem with the movie. If I had to be completely real with you, it is my biggest problem with the entire movie. It's stupid. I get it. It's fiction. I get it. This is distorting from reality, but I can't help myself. I'm a moron. It's what I do. And when you, one, review movies for a living, you cannot help but point out the little things that go on in the movie just for fun. And 2, if you live in an area, you got to point out, you got to be the fact checker. You got to be the fact checker of the area. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to be moronic. I have not seen any other Conjuring movies. This is my first time watching The Conjuring. After this stream ends, which I think I'm going to end it at 10:30, I'm probably going to watch Annabelle, the prequel, which I hear is not good at all. I think I heard it's an abomination against humanity. And that's interesting to say because Ouija came out the same year, and that was awful. So I want to see if this one's worse. So if anybody is watching the replay, and if you've seen Annabelle, or if you're watching it right now and you've seen Annabelle, what are your thoughts on it? I'm honestly just curious, because I've not heard good things, and I usually do not watch as many movies. Okay, I do watch a lot of movies, and I feel like I'm watching more movies than usual, because you know me, I have a blog, and I am doing my top movies of the decade. So I'm just trying to catch up on the ones I missed. I missed a lot of horror movies, so I'm trying to get a horror movie fix. I just did Ouija, I did Wish Upon. That was not good either. What other horror movies I did? Not very much, but I'm going to be doing Annabelle, I'm going to do Conjuring 2, I'm going to do Annabelle Creation, might do Ouija Oriented of Evil. Let's see what else I got. Back here, I'm going to move it. Let's see, what did I miss? No. I did Ready or Not. That was from this year, so it's impossible. I don't know what else is in here. I don't have many horror movies. Alien. I guess you could count Alien, Covenant, or Prometheus, but I have not seen the other Alien movies. This just goes to show how bad I am in horror. And you can also count it as sci-fi, too, if you want to, really. But because of horror is probably my weakest genre. Plus, one of the things I'm trying to do is get as many movies as I can in so little time. So I'm trying to get movies like less than 2 hours, not because I am impatient, but because I want to get as many movies to choose from for the list. If it were 2010 or 2011, I would not care what the movie runtime is, because I'd probably have a time for any movie. But the problem is, I was a kid. I did not have much access to the movie theater because I couldn't drive. I couldn't go out by myself. I did not have much access to PG-13 or R-rated movies. I was only like watching PG and G movies. So now this is my responsibility to catch up on all of that. Luckily, like around 2016 or 2015, I started getting more into the hardcore stuff, giving me some more variety to choose from. And since I started my blog, I felt more dedicated to the industry. It's just a little bit of a benefit that you get from just from writing. As for my other movies, I actually just got some movies today. I'll show them all to you. Let me see if I can get them all. There we are. So these are actually, some of these are from yesterday. These are not, the 3 of them were free. I'll do the ones I did yesterday. These are all from my grandparents, and they were just given to me as hand-me-downs. First one we have is Focus, starring Will Smith and Margot Robbie. I heard it's like a movie where Will Smith plays a con man. Lighting's terrible. Let me see if I can turn this and see if it's any better. Yeah, this is pretty bad lighting. Okay, you're going to have to deal with this here. This one I heard mixed things about, The Longest Ride. Scott Eastwood's in this, aka Clint Eastwood's son. Reading the back here, it's apparently the most romantic ride of the year, 2015, according to CBS Radio News. I don't know if I'm ever going to watch this by next week, but I have a lot of time in the world right now. Lastly, for the free stuff, Charlie St. Cloud. I've heard of this, maybe, but I've never seen it. Stars Zac Efron. Now, for the purchases, I went to New Hampshire today and bought 4 movies. Yeah, I bought 4 movies. So, actually, no, I didn't buy 4 movies. Where did I put the other one? There it is. There we are. 4 movies. No, not 4 movies. 5 movies. What am I can't count today. So, the next movie I got is Don John. The reason why I got this one is because 1, it's 90 minutes. I figure I can get through this by next week if I wanted to. And 2, I remember hearing from one of my favorite YouTubers, Chris Stuckman. I remember I think he gave it an A+. You know, I'm going to double check. I'm going to go in here, go to his YouTube channel. I have the volume down on my computer, so it's not like I can get any audio. In fact, I have it down for a reason, because I have my YouTube feed going on at the same time, and I don't want to get multiple hints of volume. So, playlists. Where are you? A+ films. Where are you? A+ films. Oh, it's first one. I skipped it. Ah, stupid. And we do not want that. So let's go all the way down. Skyfall. Hey. I could be wrong, for all I know. No. Yeah, it is. It is an A+. Okay, so it's right all along. Yeah, it is an A+. Oh, hi, Millie. You probably know this, but the alien station on the red line got lost and got a new elevator. It used to be terrible Montgomery, but now it's a Kone. Someone that goes down to the platform. I think I've told about that, believe it or not. I think one of our fellow YouTube users, Nick, I think we texted, and I think he told me that. I've actually never ridden Alewife. I don't know if you're here now, because 2 viewers, I think one was me. Anyways, hello, Millie. How you doing tonight? I'm just going through some movies that I got. I'll restart. I got Don and John. This is a yearly $6 purchase in Durham, New Hampshire. 3 free movies. Charlie St. Cloud, Longest Ride, and Focus. And the next one, I think most of you will probably want to shoot me in the face for getting. Green Lantern. The movie where apparently there's a suit that is green or animated. So can't wait to watch that movie. Next, we have a movie that I think some of you are going to be ashamed of me to say that I've never seen in my life. Aladdin. I mean, I think my friend who's watching right now probably knows I haven't seen it because according to her, I've had a terrible childhood. We are at one point behind Tennessee. Huh. I'm not watching it. I actually have my TV's on right now, but there's nothing on it, so you know what? I'm going to turn it off. I was just watching The Conjuring. So that was what I've been doing. I'm trying to catch up for next week, because next week's the big week where I release all the best and worst of the decade stuff. So, speaking of this decade, I also got Why Him on 4K. I mean, these purchases, by the way, are all from Bull Moose in Salem, New Hampshire. Highly recommend going to the store if you're a fan of physical media, video games, movies. Sorry, Millie, I had a terrible childhood. I may have seen it. Maybe I've seen a clip because maybe it was like in a play area when I was younger. Maybe I saw him was playing on the TV, but I never watched it intentionally. Let me just say that I kind of know what it's about, and I kind of get the premise, but I'd never seen the movie. And no, I never saw the live action version that they came out this year with. So that too. Last but not least is Rampage. Terrible lighting alert. Terrible lighting alert. Okay. That's the best we're gonna get. Stars Dwayne Johnson, based on the hit video game from I believe the late 80s. It's an arcade game. I'm curious about this movie. Looks okay from the trailers, but video game movies are not that great usually. I missed out on this one. Those are the movies that I got today and yesterday. 3 of them were for free, specifically the Longest Ride, Focus, and Charlie St. Cloud. So yeah, we're about 14 minutes, and I'm probably gonna end this at 10:30. So, if you want to talk about your day, feel free. I'm not sure what I really want to talk about, but think of something. I was also at the Mall of Rockingham Park today. That's where I got the Rampage movie. That's my first time at that mall in over 2 years. I didn't really go for much. I just wanted to ride the elevators, which all except one I got, if anybody else is watching. I missed the one Lord and Taylor because, well, I guess I didn't want to hold the person who was there to be hostage. I didn't want to bore them, and they didn't seem to be bored by what I was doing. They seemed to kind of enjoy it. And I don't know. I just have a plan for it. It's all right. It's a fair warning. Don't waste your time watching the live action Latin. It's terrible. I thought you liked it. Didn't you say you liked it? Okay. Well, thank you. Good to know. I remember you told me you saw it, I think, at the IMAX, and I thought you told me that I think you told me it was enjoyable. Anyways, thank you for the warning. I had no intention to watch it anyways. I saw in the 4K section, the massive 4K section that they have at the store. I did not get it. I've not seen any of the live-action Disney remakes last year. I have no intention to watch them at any point unless they're given to me for free. Or if I get Stars at some point, because I know Stars gets a lot of the Disney movies. I did the first one. The more I thought about it, I didn't like it. Kind of similar to my reaction for Cats, only I thought it was less than satisfying. Yeah, I saw it at the Jordan's IMAX Theater. Great place to see a movie, by the way. If you've never seen a movie at the Jordan's IMAX, make the pilgrimage. The one in Reading, not Natick. That is worst projection. It was just there to see Star Wars, by the way. It was freaking brilliant. Well, the movie is okay, but the experience is awesome. Anyway, did I talk about Star Wars on this blog, on this channel before? I actually have a video that I'm working on that I'm going to edit some points for my experience of going to see Star Wars Episode 9. It's going to be, I think it's going to be short. And it was at that theater, so I'm going to show like a little bit of a documentation of some of the crazy stuff that happened. Like people bringing game systems. Nope. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to review... maybe I could review the movie. I'm not going to go into spoilers because people probably have not seen it yet, but I'll give some of my thoughts on it. And I might reference my blog, which I'm going to open right now, because let's face it, I've seen a lot of movies, and I feel like I'm relying a lot on information that I had to look up on the internet because I'm becoming an old man at this point. That's what these movies are making me feel like. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Let's do this. All right, so I'm not going to give anything concrete, but as I go through this review, I'm just going to sort of reference it. So, one of the most interesting things going into the movie was the whole behind-the-scenes fiasco behind it. Because for those of you who are following the trilogy, we had The Force Awakens and we had The Last Jedi, and both movies, they feel like two different movies for one saga. And that's not exactly a bad thing, because, let's face it, you can probably say A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back are different movies. And rightfully so. But for this trilogy, it doesn't seem that way, because the one problem, my experience is interesting. What was your experience like? I'll talk about mine as well. So, I found it interesting how they got J.J. Abrams back. And I wonder if that was part of the plan before they even came out with The Last Jedi. So, I mean, I know they announced it, but I wonder if somehow someone at Disney thought this movie sucks or this movie needs a course correction. So they needed to get J.J. Abrams to stick the landing because they basically predicted this huge backlash from The Last Jedi. And this is coming from someone who really enjoys The Force Awakens, but thinks The Last Jedi is sort of an ambitious disaster. I liked it when I first saw it. Then it became worse as I thought about it more. Kind of like the live action Aladdin. So we have all that, and I actually made a meme. I'll show it to you in 1 second. I'm going to do a screen share. Let me see if I can. What? And this is something that I. Okay, let's do this, and I think it's this one. Nope. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's seeing this. JJ, the possibility of successfully sticking the landing is approximately 3,720 to 1. Never told me the odds. Something I made just for fun. Yeah, so I saw it twice that weekend. First day was the 6 p.m. Thursday 20th Silly Row. My group of Legion friends actually went to the same showing as me. Oh, yeah, you told me about this. You told me, you saw it in Dolby Cinema. Which, I wonder how that compares to the IMAX experience that I saw it in. I mean, Dolby has a smaller screen, but I wonder how the sound would be. But as far as the movie itself, it was fine. But that's a problem with the movie, because I feel like the problem with The Rise of Skywalker is that it's trying to impress everybody. It feels like it lacks a vision, kind of like this trilogy itself. Because you have two conflicting visions from Abrams and Johnson. They're combining together to cause a cataclysmic reaction, only to have some of the, I don't know what you call it, effects splattened into our faces and perhaps our eyes. And yeah, it's crazy. It's like we have magma in our eyes. That's the movie ended. I walked down the theater and I was screaming at my rental Legion friends about the movie. I feel like after I came out of Infinity War. That's a high praise. I guess that means you really like the movie, I guess. Because Infinity War is freaking great. Actually, my favorite Marvel movie ever, and almost the best comic book movie of the decade. I'm not going to share what my favorite one is, because that's going to be revealed in my top 10 best movies of the decade. But I'm not sure yet. I could change that. So, I think the supporting characters really are better than Last Jedi, but they also are completely forgettable. There's one character that's like, it wears a mask for most of the time. I don't even remember her name at this point. She's like an ex or something to Poe Dameron. I don't know. The movie feels like it's trying to rush a bunch of plot points all together in a matter of 2.5 hours. Even from the theaters for Star Wars fans, some were dressed up the same way at first. I got a good number of people who are pretty excited for my experience. I got a free poster on opening night, and afterwards, I saw the pictures. So, what was I going to say? So, when I walked in, let's go to cool Star Wars popcorn. I actually saw the popcorn bucket that they were giving out. I go to AMC a lot, so they often have these little collectible popcorn tins, and they did one for Star Wars. I remember they did one for Toy Story 4, which I did not get. My friend got. It looked pretty cool, but I actually got my own collector's edition. I'll be right back. Hang on just 1 second. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I forgot they had two of them. The light side. Okay. I wonder if they still have them because I'm going to AMC either 1 or 2 days next week, and I might go see just Mercy this Monday. But I really want to see 1917, and they're doing a screening at Boston Common. Never told you what happened during a true opening week on Saturday. Oh, do tell. Wonder if it's based on a picture I saw on social media. But go ahead. This is the little popcorn bucket that I got. I did not choose to get this. It was actually something that Dad got because he and I went together, and he offered to get food. So I was just like, yeah, just get whatever size you want. I was like, oh, wow, they have them. Wow, this is pretty cool. I got this, and I also got, the straw's not there. I don't really need it. This. I'm actually surprised that Jordan's even offered this because they never do this. They always have their own little provided popcorn buckets, their little Coke sponsored drinks. This is actually pretty cool. It's actually like one of those collector's cups that you might get at like a ball game or something. I imagine at least from my memory from when I got at ball games. So our Palpatine, the whole crew, just kept joking to the movie theater patrons about seeing them. Oh, I think I heard about that. Long have I waited, and now the cats rise to the heavy side there. I can imagine them watching that movie. I can watch him Palpatine watching cats. I just want to see. You know what I would pay money to see? I would pay not just Mystery Science 3000 for cats, but like a Retrax. And lo and behold, we get a couple guys dressed like a cat and two pictures. That's it's hilarious. I'm amazed that people are even talking about that movie. Our Palpatine does a really good Palpatine voice, I can imagine. I could probably do a good one, but when I'm on the air, it's really hard to do it because I'm trying to emphasize myself. Maybe to the point of obscenity. That was terrible. Anyways, we move on. That's how life is. Moving on. So, more about the movie. I really like the lightsaber fight. I like the concept of the continuation of the Skype call that they started in The Last Jedi, where Rey and Kylo just touch hands. And the way they did it with the lightsaber was kind of innovative. And that's the thing about this new trilogy. And I think that's one thing they got right. The Force has evolved. And I guess in some ways I didn't like how they did it because seeing Leia become Mary Poppins in The Last Jedi was kind of cringeworthy to me. But in other ways, it was pretty cool because I remember in The Force Awakens when Kylo stopped that blast. It was mind-boggling the first time I saw it. Maybe the first couple of times I saw it even. And to see this sun transportation to one place to another in this movie was fairly interesting, and it's nice to see how the Force has just developed over the years. I mean, it's been 35 years since Return to Jedi. Oh, 36 if you really count where this movie is, because I know Force Awakens is 35 years after Return to Jedi, and I know that this whole sequel trilogy takes place over like a year, according to what I've read on Wikipedia. It's not a spoiler, by the way. It's just random facts. It's not going to affect your movie. It's not going to affect your experience if you watch the movie. And out of every single character in the film, I'm not going to go into much detail. I think Kylo has the best arc. I mean, it feels very consistent from movie to movie. And it also shows how great of an actor Adam Driver is. I think he really has chops. I mean, because I actually just saw him in Marriage Story, and Holy cow, this is fantastic. That movie hit me. Excuse me, Spurt. And much like the other Star Wars movies, I'm probably going to buy this on Blu-ray at some point. I'm probably going to get the 4K Steelbook. And I know they're coming out with the 4K collector set of Star Wars that I saw recently. Not sure when that's happening. Probably the same day as Rise of Skywalker's 4K release, maybe. But I don't know if I'm going to get it because it might be an investment. The Palpatine and I had lots of fun during that trip because of spoilers. Yeah, I can imagine that. I gotta say, the ending to this, it's the most middle of the road ending ever. Let me just say, this, as much as I want this to be the defining chapter of all the other Star Wars movies, this whole trilogy, as much as I love The Force Awakens, as much as I enjoyed this movie, I didn't enjoy The Last Jedi. I wonder if it would have been better if they just left it alone. Like, they didn't even need this. I like the characters we got. Kylo is one of my favorite Star Wars characters ever. I mean, no matter what realm we're talking about. But as an ending, Return to Jedi wrapped everything up completely and satisfyingly. This is sort of a wrap-up of all three trilogies, but at the same time, it's not as effective. And when it comes to needing to shove in Palpatine in the movie, I mean, I guess it worked for what it was. Why did they kill Snoke? That's just my... Yeah, okay. Doesn't matter. The Last Jedi came out 2 years ago. Why? I feel like none of this is planned. Well said. I think this proves this theory that because this movie was so rushed and edited, the movie was really last minute. Yeah. I just gotta say, I do not believe there's a JK cut. I do not. I mean, as far as I know, the source could come from any 12-year-old at all, and I do not want there to be a whole trend now of anybody trying to get any movie they don't like to have a director's cut released just because they don't like it. I mean, no, I don't know if you've heard about the whole hashtag release a JJ cut thing, but personally, I'm not with it. I'm not sure what your thoughts are on it. But, I mean, it's different from the Snyder cut because at least he started working on the film and he left and let the control to Joss Whedon with Justice League. I saw the Reddit post. Yeah. I'm not going to talk too much about that. I mean, I think when it comes to directing, I think it's done the best. I actually believe it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you believe it, cool. But I do not think it's true at all. I mean, when it comes to directing, I think JJ did the best he could. Again, this is a movie I believe everybody was just trying to impress every single audience member, and that ultimately hurt it. I mean, and that's the problem with the Star Wars fandom right now. It's so divided. I mean, I know you, Millie, you have your troop, and I imagine they are all happy-go-lucky for the most part, and maybe you can all have civil discussions, but for the most part, as far for what I'm seeing, it's kind of a throwdown everywhere. It's a real Star War. That's what I call it, the Star War. And that's why I think a lot of people have trouble talking about Star Wars online these days. I mean, this is why I almost don't talk about anything Disney these days. Okay, maybe not, but I just don't trust them as a company. Even though I may be going to Disney soon. I mean, my mother and I randomly planned a trip to Orlando, Florida for some reason, and I don't know, I want to go to Galaxy's Edge. Because Claudia Gray, the author for the upcoming Bridgestone, her book says that the book would be a rarer version of The Rise of Skywalker. She tweeted about it. Interesting. I'm not going to buy the book. I don't know why they need to just say. I mean, I'm one of those people who does not believe that there should be any tie-ins to the movie just randomly, because it feels like it's a weird business model. I don't know. That's just me. Wasn't not a book person, so I'm probably not going to pick it up. I mean, I'm not sure what book I'm going to be reading soon. I just finished reading The Ables, which, by the way, those of you who want to know, I talked about the book recently. I'm probably not going to show you the link. I'm probably going to post a link on social media soon because I want to promote the author who wrote the book. And if you go to Knights of Nirvana, type in Nerd Army Briefing, 1229. I believe it's something like that. No, 1229.19. You'll find me on there for like 30 minutes. I'll buy the book, but because the books normally have extra material that's not shown in the movies. That's the thing. I just feel like it's a cash grab. I mean, well, everything's a cash grab nowadays because, I mean, everything has ever been a cash grab if you think about it. Because why would you make something if you're not going to make money off of it? But I just don't. I mean, as interesting as it may be to see extra material, why can't I just see everything? I mean, I just want like a definitive version of what we're getting. I mean, this is why I did not go see the extended cut of Spider-Man Far From Home. I just feel like it's a nickeling and diming process. And this is why I did not go see the extended cut of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's nickeling and diming. I just don't. I have so little money and so little time. I'm in college. I'm trying to just get by. And if people buy into the whole extended cut nonsense as I call it, they're going to keep doing it and keep taking more of our money. It's just not for me. I mean, if you like it, it's your thing. I'm not going to judge you, but it's just the way I feel about it. Because screw my mouse. Is that the one of existence? Anyways. Even so, I'm going to take a sip of Diet Coke because I have nothing else to do right now. Yeah, refreshing. Sponsored by Diet Coke. Let's see. I also tried a new pizza today. You may have seen my social media posts. I'll show you what it looks like. Do a little share screen here. Actually, no, just 1 second. I just want to make sure I can get the picture up. Let me go to my Facebook. I'll check my messages later. So let me check it right now. Oh, never mind. I have a new Facebook friend. Let's see. Is it anywhere? Yeah, okay, right there. So let me do my screen share. Everyone's saying the best thing in Star Wars since Empire. You're so right. Oh, okay. Mandalorian. My bad. Okay. I have not gotten Disney Plus. I don't want to get Disney Plus. I don't want to get a streaming service just to watch one show. I mean, this is the reason why I'm not getting CBS All Access. Because, well, okay, I know they're doing Picard, but it just feels like the Star Trek Discovery service. That's what it feels like. Disney Plus feels like the Mandalorian service at this point. And again, screw the mouse. I'm not getting into this because, I mean, it almost feels like Disney's just trying to take over the world. And this is just my way of keeping them at bay. That's the thing I'm trying to do. Because I do, one, not only would the streaming service kill what I love, which is physical media, and two, I wonder if it's going to kill every other competitor out there. And I just think for multiple reasons. Yeah, and trust me, I would get it. There are reasons that are definitely going to be upcoming, like the new Marvel shows. But I don't know. I just don't see any reason for me to go out and watch them. I never really asked for a Loki TV show. I never asked for a TV show about uh, uh, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I don't know. This is never something I really wanted in my life. I just like these are feel like again random ideas that could have been done in a pitch meeting and could be weirdly executed. To me, the MCU ended with Endgame. Everything else is just spin-offs at this point. Maybe they'll build it back up. Maybe they'll do something with it. But we've hit the end game. We saw the end game. We conquered the end game. No, we came to the end game. We saw the end game, and we conquered the end game. That's what I can call. That's what I'll say. All right. I was going to get to that social media post, so let me do my share screen here. I don't know if you can see it. That right there is a few slices of garlic dot pizza. This is actually margarita, but the crust, if you can see closely, that's garlic, and these are like tied to little knots. Fairly interesting crust. It was worth the trip. I got 2 slices of margarita with the Diet Coke, and I definitely come back for it. This is a first for me, and I've heard that this originates out of Long Island. So I talked to my friend who went with me, and she enjoyed the pizza, by the way. She can't see it. You can't see it? Let me try it again. Share screen. Can you see it now? Anyway, pizza right here. Okay. Let me see it. Let me know if you can see it now. I mean, I just canceled it, right? But I wasn't sure if you can see it at that point. We'll just see what they do with the characters and for casting the Kenobi shows. And that's just something I want to look forward to. But this all feels like this random stuff that they're just coming up with. This is why I'm scared for where Star Wars is going. I mean, I was already terrified, but now I'm just beyond terrified. Because these are just random ideas branching off of other ideas. And the thing about The Mandalorian, even though I haven't seen it, I just know that it feels like an expansion of the universe. Let me try it one more time. Share screen. I hit share screen. And I'll do the application window. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm doing. Okay, my bad. I'll go here. Yeah, so yeah, garlic knot pizza is garlic knot crust right here. It's margarita. Random salad that I did not get. I highly recommend this. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. It's my movie reviewing moron sign me for pizza. Random brochure that I got. Much better. Where is this place? This is in Salem, New Hampshire. Salem, New Hampshire. I can get you on. You know what? Since we're having fun, having screen share finally work, let's go get it on Google Maps now, shall we? Tracking somebody's location. How fun. So, let me just type in Grand Finales on North Broadway in Salem, New Hampshire. Let me go to that map portion. I think this will help it load faster. Okay. Oh, wow, I got a direct view. Nice. Share screen, now that it works. And we'll try this now. All right, so right there is the grand finale's pizza pub. They call this the last great pizza pub or something like that. They have that little slogan on their website. Maybe it's on their brochure, which I dropped off my bed. I'll show in a second. Yeah, so right here, probably we got somebody in the window. That's actually pretty fun. I love Street View. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, from the outside, it looks pretty standard, pretty normal. It kind of looks like any other pizza parlor, but inside, it's pretty good. I like it. Not sponsored. Yeah, it's not sponsored. Although I did promote them on Instagram, so. Yeah, according to the brochure, it's apparently the last great pizza pub, which doesn't really, which says a lot because there's a lot of pizzas out there. Real pizza, cool beer, great friends. But I don't have any friends there. Yeah, so told by my friend, so if I ever wanted to come here with my dad, it would be a good idea to just go to that pizza place and like go to Bone Moose or something. Like the video store that they have there. And just have a good time. It'd be a fun night out. Just thinking about this makes me want to go to Bone Moose. In fact, it's open until midnight, so I could go there if I want to, but I'm not insane, and I do have something to do in the morning, so I'm not going to do that. Maybe later. I can't do that tomorrow night either, because I'm watching the Golden Globes. So for those of you who are familiar with me, I love my award shows related to movies. So I will be doing a live stream tomorrow, starting at 7:50 around that time, reacting to the Golden Globe Awards on NBC. And for those of you who know me off of YouTube, specifically on Twitter, you know that I do a live tweet session. My plan is for tomorrow to do a Golden Globes reaction on YouTube. I'm not going to do anything special. Like, you will just see my face like you do right now. That's my plan. But for all I know, that might not even go through because I enjoy sitting in this room with the lights off. So you never know. But I plan to do live reaction and also going to be live tweeting. So if I get a little distracted, I apologize. So if you want to tune in tomorrow to say hi to me, maybe see me react to the Golden Globes so you don't have to watch them, go right ahead. I mean, I don't really care for the TV stuff, if you ask me, but I'm there for the movies. And there's a good chance I've not seen all the movies, but there are certain movies I'm rooting for. I'm really rooting for Marriage Story to take home Best Picture. Joaquin Phoenix was nominated for Best Actor. I think Adam Driver was nominated for Best Actor for Marriage Story. So I'm doing that. Oh, I forgot about that. I should join. Yeah, you should. It's a, yeah, I mean, so. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if we're going to have the, let's see. What was I going to say? Okay, let me get my Diet Coke. I already have a live stream scheduled for 7:50. If you want to go in early and be the first to chat, just search on my channel name, you'll probably find it. And for those of you who are watching right now, I hope to see you tomorrow on the live stream. So that's probably going to end tonight's adventure. I don't really have much else to say. We're getting on 50 minutes, and I do have to go out for breakfast tomorrow. No, sorry. I would have to go out for breakfast. I get to go out to breakfast tomorrow. Optimism. If I had a New Year's resolution, it's just to be more optimistic, but I feel like I'm pretty optimistic in general. So I'm not sure what my New Year's resolution is. And besides, if I made one, it would probably be broken by now. So who cares? So I'm going to end this live stream here. Thank you, Billy, for tuning in. Thank you, the person all the way in the beginning. The Car Wash Fanatic for tuning in. Thank you very much. So, good night, everybody. Tetris here, signing out. See you next time. Hasta la vista, babies. Bye-bye.